The arrest and charge of the dancehall artist Kip Rich. The arrest and charge of 119. And the arrest and charge of a young lady known as Dana Warren. That is the young lady who, after the death of the Don Tickman, she went online and made a video, a threatening video towards the police. The police locked her up. The police charged her. The police charged Kip Rich. The police has charged 119 under the same law. The same law. The same police station. The Spanish Town police station. And these three arrests and charges are having a chilling effect on our society. And for those of you who don't know, chilling effect is a legal term. It just means that it is scaring away people from expressing themselves. Chilling effect. No law should have or should be having or likely to have a chilling effect. And if there is any law that has ever had, is having, or that has the potential to have a chilling effect, meaning stopping people from expressing themselves freely, if there is any law ever with such a characteristic, that law is certainly the cybercrimes law. And apparently, he look like the Spanish Town police have a special interest in using this piece of law against its perceived enemies or its perceived enemies of its friends. And I say, true, me I'm not tun figure no policeman for orchestrate nothing on my behalf. Me no have no tun figure no police. And my bottom is a virgin bottom. It has never been touched. And no policeman will ever get this bottom. I am going back to God with my virgin bottom. And I know a lot of fish are in the police force, but me nah give up my body if you no do nothing for me. And me nah no tun for nobody for orchestrate nothing on my behalf. So I have been trying to get Kip Rich on the phone. I have 2 numbers for you, Kip Rich. I have been calling and texting you and getting no response. But anybody know Kip Rich, tell him that 119 is trying to reach him. Because I would like us to have a united front going up against this unconstitutional, draconian, oppressive, undemocratic piece of legislation called the cybercrimes law. And this chilling effect that this law is having on our society, it is affecting all vloggers and bloggers and everybody else now, afraid to freely express themselves. It is one of the arguments that will be putting to the Constitutional Court. And me I tell you, say, straight out of my brain, them argument here come from, you know. Right up here, so. In a me top here, so. All of the argument here where you hear me with. And they are cogent arguments. Me I tell you, say, anyhow, I chew my mama, you know. Never have the money if you send me to school, you know. Anyhow, my mama did have the money if you send me to school. He's our next KD this year, look pan, you know, KD night. KD night 2.0. Can you imagine me not going to school and I come up with them and sitting here? You can imagine if me did go to school? Eh? So no policeman is going to get my bottom. None. And this young lady She is still in jail. And I hear she has some mental challenges. But the law is being weaponized by the police to use against its perceived enemies. Because Kiprich did a dub plate in tribute to the Spanish Town Don Thickman when he was cut down. And the police felt offended by the dub plate that Kiprich did and tell Kiprich to come in and arrest and charge Kiprich. And the young lady, even the young lady who issued threats to the police, she issued direct threats to the police. And that was wrong. That was wrong. And before I go any further, I would advise the Attorney General to advise the government to immediately repeal Section 9 of the Cyber Crimes Act and save itself the embarrassment and enormous expenses that will result. Voluntarily repeal the law and voluntarily compensate all persons who have ever been charged under Section 9. That is my humble advice as a citizen of Jamaica, because it violates the core human rights to free expression, and it does so violently. So listen to me now. I want to listen to me good. The young lady who threatened the police and is still in jail for it. Listen to me good. Open on your ears wide and listen to 119 now. Listen to me good and tell me if it makes sense. If you and someone has a dispute, the two are quarrel in each other's face, you go up in the person in the next man's face and say, boy, watch me and you. I'm going to do this to you, and I'm going to cut your throat, and I'm going to this and that. The remedy for that person is to go to the police, tell the police that you have threatened them, and the police warn the person, warn you against carrying out your threat. Or the person can go to the court's office and take out what is known as a threat warrant. You go to the court, the judge fine you a little fine and warn you against carrying out your threat. That's it. However, if you move from in front of that person's face, if you're not open at their face, and you go then you're not tell them what you're going to do to them. If you just move away and go a little distance and go on your phone and send the same words to the person, you can be charged and get up to 20 years in prison. You become a criminal for doing the same thing, you know. The one where you open him face and tell him what you're going to do to him, you know. That is more dangerous and more risky, you know, than if you move away some distance from him and send it to him phone. But still, the only time you become a criminal is if you move away some distance and say the very same things over a phone. You know, see how asinine and stupid this cyber crimes law is? So, I am just here to advise. All I am doing is giving my advice to the citizens of Jamaica as a public service, as me being a concerned citizen. That is all I am doing. And it is all part and parcel of my fundraising campaign, because I need enough to contribute. Me need enough to contribute so I can take on the big wigs, so I can stand up for you. Because I have another case in court. I have a massive case in court, you know, big case. That has been in the court now for years and years and years. And in fact, as we speak, had to get an accounting firm to do auditing, years and years and years of back auditing. I have 2 lawyers that I have to be paying. So it's taking a lot out of me, that case. I don't have the money to fight so much battles, me alone, which is why me I tell you now. Me I tell you everything, Which is why me I tell you my business, Because me tell you other people business. Me not afraid to tell you my business. That is why I have to be coming to and say, help me out. Send me a little thing towards the fund so I can fight for 119. And please remember to subscribe and press the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And if you're on TikTok, you press the follow button. And remember to like this video. That is it. Just do that for me. And tomorrow morning when you look in your bank account, you're going to see a nice little deposit in there. 119.